All right. The day the Earth blew up, Warner Bros. TV PR, not being released in 4K, might actually just get scrapped in the middle of just for no reason. David Zaslav might just scrap the project for a tax write-off or something. We never know. Let's see what this is like.
Okie dokie, Porky, let's get crack-a-lack.
So 2D animated Looney Tunes for the first time in forever.
Okay, first things first. Grass must not appear dead and brown.
The frame rate seems a little lower than what I'm used to for Looney Tunes animation. Like I've watched a lot of classic Looney Tunes animation. I would say like the majority of films that I've watched from certain decades, like 1930s, are probably Looney Tunes shorts. And I love them. And I think that they're legitimate films, and I think they're incredible. And I really enjoy watching them.
Jack? Well, we got that covered. Wooden steps must be free from holes and safe to walk on. Flat should work. Check. Gotta make sure the gutters are fully functional and free of sludge.
We don't know what Coyote versus Acme would have been like. I hope someone leaks it. Who hacked Disney recently? Somebody hacked Disney recently or something? Can you do that to... I mean... I'm playing a character right now.
Can you do that to Warner Brothers? Gilp. Because honestly, I think we would love to see what Coyote versus Acme would have looked like, and also maybe Batgirl.
That's the end of my character performance. You know, there was a bit of satire that I was doing. I was playing a character that said things that might be incitement to do illegal things, but that was not me. I was just playing a character right there. So we don't know what Coyote versus Acme would have looked like because we can't see it. Apparently people loved it. We don't know if it's just hype. We don't know if it was just like wishful thinking. They had a theatrical screening for the people that worked on it as like a send-off to like something that could have been. And that disgusts me. David Zaslav or whatever, like fucking Christ.
Yard waste must be eradicated. Must make sure there are no cracks on a walkway.
The audio mixing is... This is a weird frame to pause. The audio mixing's a little off on this. I understand that, like, in the same way that, you know, space horror, I've talked about this before, the movie Life with Jake Gyllenhaal, that everybody forgot about, and then I just reminded you existed for the first time in years. That was successful because people were just itching for a good space horror, right? In the same vein, people are itching for a good, like, 2D animated, and especially with the... nostalgia of Looney Tunes. Like, it would be nice to see something new with 2D animated Looney Tunes. I'm honestly not feeling this because I would love to praise this. I'm itching for that same thing. There's things that are a bit off. Some in the animation, and I understand, like, there's some aspects that are a bit nostalgic. You can see, like, this expression right here of Daffy is, like, very much an homage to, like, classic Daffy, like, early Daffy, which is, like, kind of cool. But, like, there's kind of issues with the sound mixing here. Like, why are the voices so low here?
No cracks on a
Listen.
walkway. Daffy, I said no cracks.
Like, the soundtrack's kind of, like, drowning them out. Isn't that weird?
Oh, sorry. Well,
The jokes aren't great either.
Porky, we're all finished. Here's
Why are they releasing this and not Coyote versus Acme?
to passing this inspection and living another year just the way we like it. Yeah, just the way we like it. Don't worry, chum. I'll handle this middle-aged busybody.
the Daffy voice actor, I mean, both Daffy and Porky, they're not quite there. They're not quite there for like doing a great impression.
Hello there, Miss Inspector Lady. I'm sure you'll find that our humble abode meets your specifications.
What is with the animation's so weird. What's going on?
Feel free to inspect as you please.
Yes. I suppose everything seems satisfactory.
Is this going like straight to Max or like actually in theaters? Like what's going on?
With the exception of
Your roof! Our roof? There's a giant hole in our roof!
That was it? It's just a clip? Is that the teaser trailer? Okay, the teaser trailer is basically just a clip. I'm not okay, based on what I saw, like I'm not adding that to my watch list. I'm not like hyped about it. Who's the Disney lady that people get mad at? Kathleen Kennedy? Who are some of the channels that I meme on sometimes? What's the name? Ryan something? What's the Ryan channel? RK Outpost? Is that it? Right, so we go to we search Kathleen Kennedy RK Outpost, right? Disney Star Wars is done with George Lucas. Kathleen Kennedy says they are moving past his vision. Kathleen Kennedy attacks Star Wars fans to do damage control for The Acolyte. Says fans are sexist. The Acolyte Episode 5 can't stop the Disney Star Wars disaster. Elon Musk slams Kathleen Kennedy. Insane Disney Star Wars report says Kathleen Kennedy not to blame for the woke failure. This is a joke. Like endless, literally endless. And I'm sure we're getting even less by searching this on the homepage. Like if we search like Kathleen Kennedy here, we'd get like even more. Like should we count? should we count? Should we be counting these? Right? Oh my god. This is pretty funny. Okay. Literally. Okay, some of these, as we scroll even further, Kathleen Kennedy is not in the title, but is just, I guess, I don't know, in the description. Description for some of these. But they're still showing up. Anyway. So if we, how do you spell his name? David Zaslav. If we search this on the same channel, let's just see what happens. Ooh boy. David Zaslav attacked by woke mob after Warner Brothers cancellations. Batgirl actor demands release. Okay, very pro David. Very pro, because you'd think that if these people are serious about what they say, right? And it's not just outrage bait, literally just made for a specific base. You'd think that they'd be criticizing him about canceling things and not just being on his side, right? Warner Bros. Sends a message to woke DC. So it's in the thumbnails, David Zaslav is epic and winning here. He's got the sunglasses. He's such a Chad, right? It's apparently good that they're just canceling things for tax write-offs. Fired HBO Max. Woke executives are furious at WB CEO. Care more about diversity than making money. The movie was fucking done. Dude, just release it, right? Anyway, point being, we can count here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 before we get into things that are not even related to David and are just kind of tangentially about DC. Whereas we had so much about Kathleen Kennedy. It's I don't know. I feel like David Zaslav is a more like anti-consumer, like negative figure in terms of their impact on like film and media and art, right?
Alex,
The Quartering, Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy. Panderverse got Kathleen Kennedy fired? Is she finally fired? Destroyed. Failure. Embarrassed. Let's see if we can even scroll to the end here. Oh, wow. We actually... Shockingly, there are less videos for The Quartering with Kathleen Kennedy in the title. So RK Outpost wins this one. Disney panics as nuclear bomb of emails to be released on the woke agenda and targeting of YouTubers. Right. Let's see what we got here. Up. Up. It's a Kevin Smith's having a meltdown and he's cringe. And David's based, I guess. David Zaslav not in the title of any of these. Like, you'd think for people that care about, like, I don't know, superhero dumb shit and like talk about people pulling the strings in movie companies, right? That are doing negative anti-consumer things. You'd think that they'd be talking about David Zaslav, if that's how I'm even pronouncing his name, right?
You know, we often
Let's see what we got here. Kathleen Kennedy. Or you got a bunch. Weird misinterpretation of the Panderverse again. Very typical. I mean, Critical Drinker doesn't seem to have a lot of her in the title. So RK Outpost is winning this by a mile. But let's see what happens here. No. Nobody's talking about David. Nobody's talking about David. Very few videos about David. You'd think that you'd be, with how much has happened about David Zaslav, right? Continuing to just like completely cancel projects for tax write-offs. You'd think that you'd be able to, like, if your business is talking about shitty things that people are doing related to movies, you'd think you'd be able to make like a few videos about that, right? More than 2, if you're making like $1 billion about Kathleen. Is there anybody else I forgot about? Who else is in this ecosystem that talks about Kathleen Kennedy? Nerdrotic. Kathleen Kennedy, let's see. These thumbnails are fucking hilarious. And again, more South Park destroys Disney. Oh my god. Look at this thumbnail. This is incredible. This is art, okay? Star Wars, not art. Star Wars reactionary YouTubers, art. Definitively. Yeah, okay, here we go. Kathleen in the thumbnail. Kathleen in the thumbnail. Kathleen in the thumbnail. You know, not necessarily in the title. Let's see what happens here. 3 videos. Apparently mentioned at one point somewhere in the video, David. They just don't seem to care. They don't seem to care, and I find that odd. You know, there's someone that probably deserves a bit more criticism here. Currently doing a lot of things that are like really anti-consumer, anti-art, anti-media preservation, which like you'd think you would care about. Pro-censorship. We could call David Zaslav pro-censorship. These people pretend to care about censorship, right? You know, like, why are they fucking talking about him? Kind of weird. It's just a lot of the same video on like Brie Larson and Kathleen Kennedy, and that's it. Did I forget to mention anything? It's just. Oh yeah, there was one thing I was gonna like maybe address. Since we're on the same topic, what was this? Who did the video? Oh, what's their name? A Dose of Buckley. No one's criticized me over this, by the way, so I'm not addressing anything because like literally no one's called me out for this.
The following video was released
except for Buckley himself. Someone sent this to me like I guess 4 months ago. But I felt like I could address it because it's it's not that important. In this video, I don't remember what is like. He gives like a I don't know what we should call it, like a devil's advocate kind of argument against Coyote versus Acme, or I guess his argument is mostly just like against how people are backing Coyote versus Acme. I don't remember the premise of the video entirely. I watched the whole thing a long time ago.
Fighting for it must feel.
But I got criticized for a tweet in this.
Petition for.
So I made this tweet. Here's me. I made this tweet when I woke up. literally, I was still in bed, and I was like, I just woke up and I started scrolling through Twitter, and somebody, I don't remember, I don't know if somebody made a joke or somebody else like made another tweet about. Oh yeah, so I was responding to the Coyote versus Acme isn't officially dead yet. There's still a chance it could be sold. The asking price is $70 million. That was like a news bite or something on Twitter. And I think I saw somebody else mention Mr. Beast, and I don't remember if it was ironic or serious. But I was like, I'm going to use my platform. And I was like literally in my sleepy baby mode when I typed this. Petition for Mr. Beast to buy the rights to the film and release it on his YouTube channel. Seriously, I'm not sure there's any other way people are going to be able to do it at this point. And I consider that to be like a good sort of, who has a lot of money? Who has a lot of money? Like, and who also wants to make content where the goal is to, also to make money and good content, but also to appear virtuous and be like a good person to the public. Mr. Beast makes a lot of content like that. I was like, oh shit, why doesn't Mr. Beast just fucking buy Coyote versus Acme? Because I wasn't going to tweet Elon Musk because Elon Musk doesn't give a shit. Mr. Beast, I was thinking, okay, he has a lot of money. And so a Dose of Buckley criticized me here, and we're just going to watch this.
Mr. Beast to buy the rights to the film and release it on his YouTube channel.
He does a very mocking voice when he reads my tweet, too.
Seriously, I'm not sure there's any other way people are going to be able to see it at this point. Yeah, Mr. Beast can spend $70 million, which he just has laying around, to make $250,000 from Elon by uploading it to Twitter.
First of all, I mean, like, I didn't say Twitter. Like, it could have been YouTube. I did say YouTube. Fairly, to be fair.
At this point. Yeah, Mr. Beast can spend $70 million, which he just has laying around, to make $250,000.
So he's using this tweet as like, oh, that's what the return on investment would be, $250,000. I mean, a lot of his videos he makes for a loss, basically. And then they're just like continuing to promote his channel, and a lot of, passive income videos. So like other videos that are like already at the top. People click on the most recent video. Anybody who has a YouTube channel understands this. People click on the most recent video, and then your other videos that give you passive income also get, a boost from your most recent video. I think that like, even though I made that tweet when I was like sleepy baby mode when I woke up, and, I didn't like think it through as like a serious sort of like, oh yeah, this would definitely be a thing that he should do for money. Like, I mean, like, I don't think that was the implication I made, that he would like make a profit. I think the implication that I made was like, he's Mr. Breast's entire persona is like, I'm doing an expensive thing and I'm getting news attention and I'm looking like a good guy in the process. And he's made a good living off of that. I don't even know if his YouTube channel is like his main source of income at this point, because he's selling fucking burgers and like snacks, and like his poster, they've got like cardboard cutouts of him at like Walmart and shit for like Feastables. Like his branding is like way beyond YouTube. So to suggest he doesn't have $70 million, like I don't know how much Mr. Breast's net worth is at this point. I don't know if maybe, like it would be possible for him to get other investors in on it. Maybe like he probably has whatever connections he wants, right? He could probably have like a phone call with Elon Musk if he wanted to at this point. He could probably have a phone call with any film producer that exists. So it's not like this is an impossible thing that I suggested. Still, I didn't think it through because I was in sleepy baby mode. But it was one of those things where it's like, I care a lot about media preservation. I care a lot about art. I care a lot about expression. And so I woke up and I saw the news and I literally just posted a thing just being like, hey, if there's an idea that I could tag him in and he could see, and like, if that changed things, I would feel fucking great about that. Because I don't like art just disappearing, and I don't like especially finished products being written off for tax purposes by just some fucking CEO that is presiding over an art company and does not give two shits about art. So that was my thought process. And maybe Mr. Breast would not be able to get $70 million together, whether it's out of his own pocket or through connections, or, maybe, even if he released it like in theaters, like, I don't know, like it might be a loss in terms of a business venture for sure. But I still floated the idea because I care about art. And in my sleepy baby mode brain, I thought, here's the thing that maybe could use some attention, and maybe it would work, and it didn't. And Mr. Breast never responded. Mr. Breast didn't invite me on the fucking YouTuber fucking Hunger Games or whatever the fuck happened. Jax Films was there, but I'm not a big YouTuber, so whatever. Mr. Breast, call me. I'll go in one of your videos and I don't know, call some people and buy Coyote versus Acme. I don't know. We don't even know if the news was real that they would sell it for like 70 million, but I was just hoping for some kind of like Hail Mary, basically.
That'd be a good business deal. Well, that's the thing, guys. I get this sucks, but this is business. The last Looney Tunes movie they released was Space Jam 2. You didn't go see that.
Also, that was during COVID, was it not? Are we leaving that out? Hold on. July 2021, so kind of during COVID. Like, I don't think theaters weren't really back yet completely. And it's, oops. Ninja lady. Theaters weren't really back yet completely. And also, I don't know if A Dose of Buckley is going to mention this. Maybe he didn't know. But this was released on HBO Max simultaneously, which was a business decision. What? Was David Zaslav the CEO then? I don't think he was yet. It was a business decision by Time Warner to try and grow their streaming revenue. So to show the box office numbers here is not really accurate of what the entire situation was around this movie, when literally they were knowingly taking a loss on the theatrical release so they could release it simultaneously on HBO Max. It was either same day or it was like 2 weeks later. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like they did a streaming release simultaneously to its theatrical release. And the fact that it made $163 million theatrically worldwide while also being on streaming, that's a positive. That's not a negative, right?
It lost money. So the suit said,
We don't know if it lost money because all we see is theatrical numbers, right? We don't know if it had an increase in max subscribers, and we don't know if they were expecting a loss because of that, just for the chance at getting more HBO Max subscribers. But I'm pretty sure. I remember watching it at the same time it was in theaters, and I watched it on HBO Max. So I'm pretty sure that this is not like a great point in your video, but...
Wait, we're releasing another Looney Tunes movie? The last one tanked. No one wants to see those. And, logically, they'd be right.
My understanding is that I don't know if the Space Jam box office numbers, which I would consider to be positive if they released it on streaming during the theatrical release, right? The fact that it made this much while it was on streaming, I would consider that to be a positive. I would consider that to be a success. I don't know if that played into them deleting Coyote versus Acme, right? So I don't know.
Which makes this whole outcry feel like a baby screeching over having a toy taken out of their crib that they weren't playing with.
You're a baby if you care about art preservation.
Now you care? Because why? Some of the cast members have said...
It's like, he says people didn't see the new Space Jam, but people did. They just watched it on HBO Max, didn't they? Is that not what happened? All right, I'm just going to look this up. Yeah, so Space Jam: A New Legacy with LeDrom James. Premiered in Los Angeles on July 12th, 2021, probably like a limited release in LA. And then nationwide in the United States by Warner Brothers Pictures on July 16th and through HBO Max for 1 month. So that's what I remembered, right? They released it on Max at the same time. Like that seems like a very important piece of information to not include in your video when you're trying to argue that the new Space Jam was like a financial flop, right? So I don't know. Buckley, thanks for including my tweet, I guess. I don't know. Interesting content, interesting perspective.
Another year.
Power to you, I guess.
Hey everybody, Olivia here. Thanks for watching as always. It's August of 2024, so let's update the list of patrons. My $5 and up supporters are Ivy Gladstone, Jordan A, Nico Fuentes, Joel999, Speak of the Joker, Chevenel Goat, The Flying Marlin, Lobsterite, Mayro Geek, Mead Marmalade, Silverwind, Clarice Carlson, Skinada, Happy the Knife, Coolest Shirt, www.openclassactions.com, Emil, Blank, June the Kinslayer, T King, Sliv88, Electricaz, Nordinary Bad Gamer, Yep, the Super One Player, Zachary Kane, Gabriel Herrera, Lemonade Warriors participating in the game Among Us was considered the Encroacher. Whew. Alright. I'm trying. Alright. Anyway, so, I guess to address the elephant in the room, yes, I updated my avatar. I got a lot of feedback that it looked too much like a wolf. It was supposed to be a fox. So, whoops. I commissioned Sunny to redo it, and I think this one's a lot better. Anyway, thanks as always. Later.